Up until the 19th century, in the southwest of France, the department of Landes was a region characterized by a short and scattered vegetation. The economy of this region was based on agro-pastoralism. Shepherds on stilts crossed the moor with their herds of sheep. From the 1860s, at the instigation of the Emperor Napoleon III, this vast zone of swamp and moors was converted into an immense forest planted in maritime pines. From 200,000 hectares of forest in 1800 to 900,000 hectares a century later, the land of Gascony became the largest artificial forest in Europe. The landscape, society, and economy of the entire region was modified. The region passed from agro-pastoralism to forestry and harvesting of pine resin. At first, the reasons for this massive plantation are economic. The wood is used in the construction of the scaffolds for coal mines in the north of France. The resin is an essential product in the rising chemical industry. We extract from resin glues for stationery, soaps, or varnishes, as well as turpentine used as a solvent in paints. A pine is tapped from 25 to 30 years up to the age of approximately 80 years. In March, we begin by peeling the tree with an esporgite, a tool with which we scrape the bark, pourgite. The quart consists in making a notch in the trunk of the tree to let the resin seep out. The cramponnage consists in driving a zinc blade into the pine. This blade guides the flow of the resin. A stud helps to hold the resin pot in place. We make the notch by using a hapshot, a tool used to tap the pine. Year after year, we maintain the notch open. The quart can reach 5 meters in height. We use the pite, a sort of pole ladder, or tools with long handles. It is necessary to refresh the quart every 8 to 10 days so that the resin flows regularly. The harvest, called amas, takes place once a month over a 7-month period, known as a campagne. When the pots are full, they are emptied, thanks to a small spatula, the palinette, into wooden or zinc bowls called quart. Then the bowls are emptied into metal barrels to be sent to the resin distilleries. The campagne ends in November with the arrival of winter. The last stage is the barrascage. The resin worker collects the dry resin in a burlap sack. This dry resin is also sent to the distilleries. After the harvest, barrels with resin are carried to the distilleries where the turpentine is separated from the resin. On average, a resin worker was in charge of 4,000 pines per season, which produced each approximately 2 to 2.5 liters of resin a year. Tapping is a skill that slowly disappeared due to foreign competition as well as the devastating fires in the 1940s. Since the 1960s, the Department of Landes has concentrated its efforts on the exploitation of wood intended for building, construction, and paper production. In January 2009, the Landes forest was struck by the violent windstorm Klaus that destroyed about 40% of the forest. This drama brings into question again the timber vocation of the region.